Director's Log 5. Chicago does this thing where in the sunny part of the area, it's like 10-20 degrees warmer than the shady part of the area. So if the audio's a little muffled, I apologize. Been feeling a little stagnant, not of my own volition, like I've been lazy or anything. I've actually been pretty productive, but your fitness journey or whatever, you look at your body every day, so you don't really see the changes as much as everybody else does. You feel you're just putting in all this effort and you're just chipping away, but it's just you can't quite see the progress yet. That's the state I am. I'm necessarily worried. It's just, you know, there's not a lot of emotional highs and like big victories and things like that. Very much training arc, very much that. Downsizing. I am admittedly a very ambitious person. I like to do the biggest thing that I could possibly can. I think a lot of creatives are actually like that. But the goals that we aspire to, whether it be these big films, these big music videos, these grand events, I think a lot of times we can underestimate the amount of hands that's involved in these processes. I touched on the last one that another thing about the price is, you know, of videos, music videos specifically, is that artists is like, oh, it's just one guy doing one job. It's like, no, it's one guy doing 5 jobs. You know, for these big shows, these big moments, these big videos, all these things have just so many people who've had their hands in it to make it what it was. And I think it can lead to just you stretching yourself thin or experiencing burnout. I've definitely experienced burnout plenty of times. Oh my God, I hope the wind does not knock over my camera. I already lost the tripod this week. I don't need to lose another one and a camera. Want to tripping. But I want to downsize. I still want to do everything I do, but I think it would behoove me to make it smaller and make it more impactful. Like for instance, I have a merch store, thespicerack.com. I'll put it up there. I'm not making, you know, nearly as many sales as I would like, but I also have not had the time or energy to put into really promoting it. There's a saying that I detest, but it is true. He who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. But it's hard at the same time just because of the lack of security in a lot of endeavors. It sucks to approach something, be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years into it, just to see a bunch of stuff. I'm like, oh, well, this thing isn't all it's cracked up to be, or it's not, the ROI is not what you would perceive it to be. That part kind of keeps me on my pivot where like I try to be versatile enough to a couple other things on a fairly high level. I like being able to sit here, do this at a high level and just not have to beg anyone to like hold the camera or edit for me or anything like that. I very much enjoy being self-sustained. I just think to conserve my energy over a longer period of time, I just have to do it smarter. But back to the Spice Rack, I think I'm going to kind of cut the amount of designs I have. I think I really want to focus on the tote bags because number one, it's unisex, like everybody could use a bag. Also practicing writing, so that'll give me a chance to practice my writing and, you know, one-liners and things of that nature. When it comes to ads, I don't have to make an ad for the shirt, I don't have to make an ad for the bag or do all this different stuff. I can just focus on the bags, create short-form content on the bags, set aside a budget every month for ads, do that for a year and see what happens. I truly think if I do that, I'll at least see something. Might sell 1 million, might sell 10, but you know, it's all better than 0. And now that I say that, I think I want to talk about that as well, like the concept of 0. I don't know if this is spoilers or not, but if you don't want any spoilers, I guess don't listen. I don't know. Part of Johnny Joestar's journey is to get back to zero because, well, I won't spoil the plot. Basically, he gets put in a situation where he feels internally that he is below zero, and he spends his journey trying to get back to zero. Like, if he can just get back to zero, you know, he'll be fine. I've been thinking about that because I think a lot of creators these days, we throw around these humongous numbers like they're just meaningless. Like, I remember talking to a former colleague, and he was like, man, I want to get to like 10K followers. Like, I know that's not a lot, but like, you know, that's like my little goal or whatever. And I'm like, little goal? And I'm like, dude, can you fit 10,000 people in your room? At any bar you've ever been to, can you fit 10,000 people in there? Can you like, do you realize the amount, how large a venue has to be in order to fit 10,000 people? Now, I know that doesn't mean all 10,000 of those followers are gonna be diehards and, you know, but still, like, I'm happy 10 people give a damn about what I'm doing, to be honest. Like, I truly do this for me. This is all part of me exploring and growing within myself. Just sharing it and not being scared of sharing it. I feel like I've done so many things in solitude, and why not share it, you know? That's something I haven't really tried, or just something new that I've yet to try. So this is what I'm trying to master now. I think as long as you're above zero, I think that's a state to be thankful for. I think that's a state to be grateful about. Not everyone is above zero. I'll tell you that. Even just me being able to freely come sit at a park, put my camera on a tripod, be unbothered, feel safe, you know, and upload this to YouTube and share my thoughts with people. That in itself is such an immense blessing. There's people that, for them to do what I'm doing right now, would be their wildest dream. You can't discount your gratitude, man. You really can't. Even in the bad times. I'm not in the best state. You know, I'm definitely not in the best state I've ever been. I wouldn't say I'm in a terrible space. I still have a lot. I still have a lot of opportunity and time. Do I wish certain things were different? Sure. Anybody does. I try to always remember the fact that there are millions of people who would commit murder to switch places with me. And I can't really think of too many people that I'd switch places with, just to be honest. If that ain't a blessing, I don't know what is. Another thing I think a lot about is the concept of Kaizen, the Japanese philosophy. It's focusing on the power of one. You know, getting 1% better every day, doing something for 1 minute every day. As long as you, even if you do one push-up a day, just one. Will you make a ton of progress, or as much progress as if you did 10 or 30 or 50? No. But that one push-up a day is a whole lot better than 0 push-ups a day. You don't have to be the nattiest guy in the world. You don't have to be the fastest guy. You don't have to be the smartest guy. You don't have to be the most talented. You just have to be the best you. And that's really it. As cliche as that sounds, you know. You just have to be the best you. I'm gonna leave it on that. What was your 1% today? How did you get 1% better today? It's my 1%. What's yours?